I can't believe you caught another amazing fish!
Yeah, no kidding. I had no idea there was anything like that even swimming around in the... Kisara?
Huh? Oh, hey, Rinwell, Alphen.
Why the long face? Not happy with your haul?
Are you not sure how you want to cook it? If you don't mind it being grilled, I'd be happy to do it for you.
No, it's nothing like that. Here, take a look at this. It's a golden catfish.
A golden catfish? Is there some kind of problem with it or something? It's not like it's poisonous or anything, right?
My brother Miguel told me something about catfish once. He said, when you find a big one, it's an omen. And with a catfish this big, I'm just hoping it isn't a sign something bad's coming our way.
Are catfish like that supposed to be bad omens?
Not necessarily, but you know how these things go. Omens usually don't pop up to warn you of when good things are coming.
Well, think of it like this. Omens just mean that change is coming. And in this case, it's change that all of us are going to bring.
Totally. We're trying to overthrow the big bad Renins. If that's a bad omen for anyone, then we're gonna make sure it's for them.
Huh. I never thought of it like that. Then I guess you could say this fish is Miguel's way of telling us that he's with us. That we can do this.
We're going to build a future for Dana that's as bright as that fish.
You bet we will.
Tumutunog sa pag sinasaksak niya sa jacket para hindi siya nagpapakita sa cellphone. Hindi ko alam kung bakit.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Nabagsak na tayo.
Now where might those fish be? Where should I cast my line? we go. We can get a good meal out of this fella.
Hopefully it tastes better than it looks.
Hup. Could it be? I didn't think I'd catch something this big.
Stars above! That's gotta be a new record.
Time to try a different spot. All right, once more from the top.
Doing some thinking?
Nah. It just occurred to me that our journey's been going for a while now.
Is it a wonder to you our group has held together this long?
Maybe. We've got Danans, Renans, a lord, a mage, and even a guy from another time. Yet here we all are, leaning on each other as travel companions. It's like a minor miracle.
If anything, I'd say it's proof. Proof that as long as we accept each other for who we are, we can all get along.
And with understanding comes togetherness. Yeah, we are more than enough evidence of that.
I've always had a thorny relationship with others. Quite literally, as it happens. I figured that it was easier to give up on intimacy, rather than having to go through all of the pain of rejection. I mean, is it any wonder I grew thorns around my heart, too?
But now...
Right. Now... I still have my thorns, of course. But they don't cover my heart. I know now that there is more than one way for people to relate to one another. It was you and everyone else here that taught me that. Everyone that you brought together, Alphen.
It wasn't just me. I mean, sure, I invited a few folks to join us, but... swordsmanship's about all I have to offer. Everyone's taught and supported me just as much as I have them.
You see? That's what I'm talking about.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're fine just as you are. The bonds that you form with others, they shine more brightly because they're mutual. It's not just one bond for you. It's many, each with a heart of its own. That's what makes them special.
Hey, Shion. Why do you look so tense whenever we're traveling on the road?
Do I? It's not something I do consciously.
It makes you look really Renin in a way, if you get what I mean. Oh, not in a bad way, though.
That's interesting. I never thought I'd see the day where you'd say something being Renin wasn't an insult.
Well, the same goes for you, right? You don't go around saying it's bad to be Danon.
True. I guess you have a point there.
Hey, Alphen. Why do you like spicy food so much anyway?
You know, I haven't thought about that before. Maybe because when I couldn't feel pain, it gave me that kick I was craving.
But now that you can feel pain again, wouldn't your tastes have changed?
Did you like spicy food when you were younger?
Not as much as I do now. At some point, it just became something almost like an addiction, I guess.
I can most certainly relate. Once you've had your fill of ordinary food, you cannot help but seek out more unusual fare.
I don't think that's got anything to do with Alphen's tastes. Although I won't deny that you definitely have a thing for exotic food. The stranger the better.
I just wish I could have gotten you into sweets like me, Alphen.
I like food that's dense and keeps you feeling full myself. It helps you last longer when you're on the move.
We all know you're a quantity over quality kind of...
What was that?
Nothing. I lost my train of thought.
You know, I've also noticed Shion's not really into the same kind of food most Renins are. Could be it's got something to do with the way she grew up.
That's so me. Even when I was little, I was all about food that gives me strength. All meat, all the time.
And I guess Kisara is so good at cooking fish because she can catch them herself.
I'm only good with fish because it used to be the easiest thing to get. When you work with something long enough, it comes naturally to you.
I like fish just fine, but what I really like about your cooking is how it tastes homemade. It reminds me of what my mom used to make.
Really? You know, I used to cook a lot of meals for younger kids, and they said the same thing.
When you get down to it, I guess the things a person cooks and the foods they like say a lot about the way they've lived.
What? Hey guys, I don't see any of our food anywhere.
What?
I know! The bag we kept it all in has vanished! Some Zoogles must have gotten in behind us and swiped the whole thing while we were fighting.
What?
Huh? What are you guys talking about?
This affects you too, you know! We lost all our food, including all those sweets you love so freaking much!
What? How could this happen? Those sweets are the highlight of my day! Oh, so hungry.
Hunger is like that. The moment you know there's nothing you can do about it, it becomes that much more unbearable.
Whoever did this, I swear I'm gonna make them pay for stealing our supplies.
All that's left now is this one lonesome apple.
Law?
What? Hey, don't look at me like that. I picked this apple myself. I'm not just gonna...
Food. Hand it over.
Stay away!
Hey, I'm back. Huh? What the heck happened here?
Only a poignant reminder of how dangerous a food shortage can be in a collective. A serious problem indeed. And one we should all be mindful of.
I see. Does it have anything to do with why you're holding our food supply bag behind your back? Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I'm surprised to see you up reading so late. What have you got there?
Oh, it's a book about magic. I was hoping I'd reach the end of this chapter before I went to bed.
I'm impressed you can read all that tiny text without drifting off.
It's easy. Honestly, the subject is so interesting, it keeps me wide awake. Although I have to admit, the more I read this book, the more I realize just how much I still have to learn. I hate not knowing it all, so it pushes me to keep learning as much as I can so I can be a real expert.
So that's why you're studying by the campfire every night, huh? You've really changed, Rinwell.
Really? I don't feel like it.
Remember how you used to be when we first met in Calaglia?
Sure, but that's because I was still hiding a lot from you guys. Am I really all that different aside from that?
Definitely. It's the difference between a rock and the sun.
Are you saying I used to be like a rock? That's not something you should use to describe a girl, Alphen.
My bad. But the comparison is still apt. You used to not be open with us about your magic at all. And now look at you.
Well, I guess you may have a point. I used to hate studying magic because my parents made me do it. And after everything that happened, I felt like it brought nothing but trouble. But now, I don't think it's so bad after all. Maybe I really have changed more than I thought. All magic is simply astral energy combined with knowledge. It's neither good nor bad by itself. It all depends on how you use it. Saying it out loud, I guess I finally made peace with it.
I think you have Law to thank for that.
What? Why him?
I mean, he was kind of the one who...
Nope, he's got nothing to do with it. None. Zilch. Nada. Nothing.
If Law heard that, he'd be pretty bummed, you know.
You're crazy. I don't see why he would be.
Are you saying you'd rather he wouldn't be? I'd say the fact you can get so worked up about things now is another sign you've changed.
Sounds like someone wants me to put on a little magic show.
All right, all right. I'll take my leave before I say anything else that might get me into trouble. Just make sure you aren't staying up too late, okay?
Ugh, I'm not a little kid anymore. Yeesh. Though, actually, it felt kind of nice hearing that. I wonder why. Woo! Hootle, let me know if you sense anything. I want to go back to bed.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. Now, where might those fish be? Everything looks fine with the lure. All right, let's do this. Reel it in. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
You sure know what you're doing.
Reel it in. That's not a fish I see often.
So what's it to be? Grilled or broiled?
Aw, are you tired, Hoodle?
Sure. He's not just trying to hide from us? Hey, Alphen, what do you think of that chick over there?
Doesn't look like she really works out.
I'm not talking about her muscles, you dummy!
We've reached our destination.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
A fish! You saw it too, right?
I hope we catch something decent.
Indeed. Hungry bellies are counting on this.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Where should I cast my line? This one's putting up a real fight. This is quite the catch, if I do say so myself.
Oh my gosh! That's a really rare species!
Yes! I caught a big one.
Is that even a fish? It's rather enormous for one, is it not?
Of course it is. It's an Orem arowana, a freshwater species that makes its home in these parts.
It's quite the impressive specimen. Why, I don't believe we ever had anything so large for dinner back at the palace.
That's because a fish like this is way too big to put on display at a formal dinner, let alone one for a sitting lord.
You catch a giant fish, and all you can talk about is how you're going to eat it?
What's wrong? You like eating too, don't you, Law? I can guarantee a fish this big is going to make for a good meal.
Well, when you put it like that, I guess I am a little excited to dig into it and see how it tastes.
Moments such as this are a good reminder of what I would have missed out on. I'm glad I decided to join you all on this journey. I may have once been a lord, but in truth, my insight into this world was rather limited. And that is, despite the myriad opportunities lordship ostensibly affords.
Wish every Renin was as self-aware as you. Maybe then things wouldn't be so bad.
Indeed. When I say Menencio was beyond lucky to have you as its lord, I really mean it. I'd even say it was miraculous. Now, as for that fish, I'm thinking I'll make some steaks out of it tonight.
Oh, that sounds good! I can't wait!
Miraculous. That's hardly the word I would use to describe myself.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
A fish! You saw it too, right?
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. There we go. She's got a good size to her, all told.
That flapper was a true fighter.
We've reached our destination.
A fish! You saw it too.
Wouldn't it be easier to simply use astral arts to catch the fish and be done with it?
That misses the whole point of going out to fish.
I hope we catch something decent.
Indeed. Hungry bellies are counting on this.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
We finally made it.
Let's see what you've got.
You're really strong, Alvin.
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, it's reassuring to have you around.
A comfortable win.
There's something in the water.
Everything looks fine with the lure. All right, let's do this. Ha! Okay, change of plans. Yeah! Okay, change of plans. Yeah! Okay, change of plans. All right, once more from the top. Time to try a different spot. Okay, change of plans. Time to try a different spot. Oh boy, she's a big un. This is quite the catch, if I do say so myself.
Look at you, fishing like a pro.
I wasn't sure if I'd actually reel it in, but somehow I did.
That was intense. It looked like you were practically dueling with the fish.
Yeah, I kept thinking your rod was going to snap in half the entire time I was watching.
It's a whopper of an armored sturgeon. It wriggled so much I thought my arms would pop out of their sockets.
The fish was all "Ah!" and your rod was all creak, and the water was all splash, 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 splash. But you held your own and reeled it in. It was crazy. You're like a heavyweight fishing champion.
Heavyweight?
Law.
No, I just mean you put your full weight behind the thing.
Law, how about you put your full weight behind zipping your pie hole?
I meant it as a compliment.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
There's a nice breeze here. Hup. All right, once more from the top. Yeah. Reel it in. Well, it's not bad, per se.
Looks like a pretty energetic fish.
I've got something. Well, it's not bad, per se.
Nice work!
Yeah! All right, once more from the top. Yeah! I've got something. I'll catch something bigger next time.
You take your fishing pretty seriously.
Hup. There we go. Anybody could reel in that.
Nice! You caught it!
All right, once more from the top. Okay, change of plans. All right, once more from the top. Okay, change of plans. Time to try a different spot. Okay, change of plans. Time to try a different spot. Oh boy, she's a big one. That was disappointing. Okay, change of plans. All right, once more from the top. All right, once more from the top. Time to try a different spot. All right, once more from the top. Okay, change of plans. Yeah. Time to try a different spot. Okay, change of plans. Time to try a different spot. All right, once more from the top. Ha! Okay, change of plans. Yeah! Okay, change of plans. All right, once more from the top. This one's putting up a real fight. Wow, this fish is seriously rare.
That's not a Zoogle, right?
Kisara, that was amazing! Your rod was flashing like a sword! First this way, then that way, it was crazy!
Indeed. That fish was quite fearsome in its own right. I applaud your tremendous skills in taming such an unwieldy beast.
What he said when you slammed your foot down and gave it that... It got me so pumped!
Yes, it was quite the impressive war cry, I must say.
Anyway, what did you catch?
Oh, right. This is a silver marlin, the king of the seas, as they call it. I wanted to try to catch one at some point while we were out at sea.
It almost looks like a sword blade with that intense sheen.
It really does. With a head as sharp as that, I bet you could fight with it if you had to.
If you could properly wield it, that is. Bear in mind, the marlin is known to be rather heavy for a fish.
Well, if anyone could, it's probably Kisara, right? I mean, hell, she reeled in the damn thing.
Not that you aren't doing great already, Kisara. Your strength is often the only thing between our enemies and us.
Yeah. Every time you lift up that shield, I'm glad you're on our side, Kisara.
You're so stupidly strong, nothing can match your brute strength.
Stupid? Brute?
The only thing that could match it may be your sheer stupidity.
What? Where'd that come from?
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
There's something in the water.